All right, we're going to talk about the fourth theme, and I don't think we haven't put that down in the right hand column yet. Let's talk about movement. Okay, number 4. So just in the right hand column, write number 4, movement. This won't take an extremely long amount of time. We need to move up. Need to move along till we get this done. Okay, now let's talk movement because it's a theme of geography. I want you to think about this because this blows my mind when I think about it, and it's something simple. I want you to think about this. That's 7:45 to 8 a.m. time frame, right? It's pretty busy time in Wamego. Why is 7:45 to 8 a.m. a busy time in Wamego? Okay. All the hands are going up. Right, they're going to work, but the big one is, as he hit the nail on the head, is everybody's going to school. Think about it. We have 4 buildings across the town, and on average, everybody's getting there at 7:45 to 8 o'clock. And I want you to think about buses and cars all going in a 15-minute time span to the same places. The amount of movement you have going on. The amount of dropping off you have going on. The amount of parents embarrassing their kids when they drop them off at their school. Right? Does that happen sometimes? A little bit? Yeah, it's a lot of shaking heads, yes. Think about all that for just a second. If you had a bird's eye view over the town and saw all the movement in that 15-minute time span, how many we've all been to West and Central from 7:45 to 8 a.m. It's a mad zone over there, right? People jockeying for positions to park and you know, it's nuts over in those buildings. Crazy town, right? Okay, it's not so bad here. We have a bigger spaced out areas where they're kind of smack dab in the middle of town, and we're out here, and it's just crazy to think about all that movement. But think about this. Let's think about there's 2 types of movement. There's movement that we do, right? What kind of movement do you go through during the day? Copeland, give me one example.
I'll watch my car, I'll watch the building after school.
But so do you ride the bus to school in the morning? You ride with mom, drops you off, right? Okay. There's a mode of movement.
Like walking to classes during school.
Classes. Anybody got any bus riders? Got some bus riders. Do we have any walkers? Anybody walk to school on nice days? Walk home? Sometimes you do. Okay. Just depends on where you live. It's okay. Great examples. Even when you get home, you're moving around the house. Even when you're doing homework, really, you're not really. Many people would say homework isn't sitting comfortably. I mean, you're at your desk, at your chair, you're at the kitchen table. It's really not comfortable, relaxing, stationary position. Okay, that's a lot of movement, right? You're forgetting the big one. You're looking up there, going, how do ideas move? They know how ideas move. Can they figure it out? How do you make ideas move? How can I make an idea move within a second? Okay, yeah, but I'm thinking of the way kids use more of. Okay, Madison, texting. Snapchatting, right? Social media. You're sharing ideas. I see this on Facebook all the time when someone shares an idea about a recipe or how to make something. You've all seen those videos, right? Mm-hmm. Right? That's sharing an idea within a matter of seconds. Somebody that could work for a company who lives in Australia, works for a German company whose headquarters are in Germany, texts their boss across the world an idea within a second. Ideas move all the time. It's just your ideas sometimes aren't repeat work. You know what I mean? Like you hit send and like, I probably shouldn't seen that. Not a good idea. Have you ever had those before? Wish they could get those back occasionally. Everybody's had those messages, and you say, well, Snapchat's safe because it goes away. You know they have ways now to track Snapchat messages. That they have the technology to dig up old Snapchat and it's not completely gone. Whatever you put out social media, it's always there for somebody. So anyway, that's moving ideas. So why don't you jot the definition under movement, people, goods, and ideas moving from place to place. And then under that, make a little bit, I don't know if you draw a school bus or your car, or maybe, you move when you walk to the pool in the summers. Hey, I want to ride my bike to Sonic. That's movement. That's your world. That's your movement. So let me ask you this. If that's your world movement, what about the business world of movement? What kind of movement does the business world have going on? We know what we got going on. What's the business world have going on? What's the business world have going on for movement? Ethan, give me an example. Money? Yeah. Money's always moving, isn't it? Money never stays put, which kind of grosses me out a little bit, because all the different types of people that have handled the money and what money has gone through. Poor money, right? Money's been through everything. And then it goes to your hand. Yeah, anyway, that's another topic, another subject, but money moves. What other ways would the businesses move? Think about this. This isn't rocket science here. Let me put your hands down. Let me ask you this. How many of you have bought something in a store? Okay, we got a lot of hands going up here. What's the last thing you bought in the store? Candy. What kind of candy? Sour Patch Kid. Does Sour Patch Kid candy just grow on the shelf? How does it get there? But I mean, yeah, it's made in factories, but how does it go to factory to store? Trucks, shipping, semis, right? That's movement, correct? Businesses use email and texting and conference calls. That's movement. So you can put that down there too. Airplanes. That's the option when you order a UPS, right? You order UPS. You all, how many have ordered online before? Ordered something online. You're pretty excited, right? Oh man, these shoes! I can't wait to get them in the mail. These are gonna be so, so awesome. Nobody uses awesome anymore, but I can't wait. And you see this different shipping, and it says 7 to 10 days, 2 days, next day shipping. 7 to 10 days is usually free. 2 days is usually like $19.99, and next day shipping is like $39.99. And you're like, I can have these next day. And all of a sudden your parents are like, click the cheapest one for shipping. You ever heard that one before? Yeah? Here's the deal. That next day air, so if you're like, how does it go from New York to Wamego in 1 day? Airplane. So that's another way businesses ship goods. Okay, so you can put that down under this in the right hand column. You're going to want to put those examples because that's going to make good questions. Okay, that's going to make good questions. Which brings us to our last theme. Okay, brings us to our last theme of the day when it comes to notes. Region, number 5, region. Last one. Last note you have for several days. Maybe the last note you have for the rest of the week. For only $19.99 you can have me done with notes. But I'm just kidding. That's a joke. That's a joke. All right. So a region is places that share common physical or human characteristics. Give me an example of a human characteristic. We talked about this the other day. Eye color, hair color, personality, culture, your music you listen to, the food that you eat. What's an example of a physical characteristic of a place? Mountains, plains. Yeah, anything geography, bodies of water. So these are, you want to write that down, places that share common physical or human characteristics. I gave you an example up here. The Great Lakes region, it's a region because it has a physical characteristic in common. Every one of the people living there in those states have the same physical characteristics. They are what? Yeah, the Great Lakes, right? Now over here, a common human feature in New York City, the coolest thing about New York City, it has a bunch of these little regions or areas like Chinatown or Little Italy. And in these places, they're totally devoted to the culture of that country. You know, you'll hear the language, the authentic food, the way they dress, their traditions. Those are regions within a city, and they all have human characteristics in common. A region that we know is USD 320. The one physical characteristic we have in common is we all go, or it'd be a human characteristic, we all go to the same schools in Wamego, Kansas. Yeah.
What's USD stand for?
Unified School District.
Are there other USDs?
Yes, there are other USDs, absolutely. Okay? So that's an example of that. Kansas is known as what? There's a region, we're kind of labeled a nickname in Kansas. Well, it's not the Sunflower State, but yeah, we are known like that.
The breadbasket.
Breadbasket. Why are we called the breadbasket? We're a breadbasket region. Why are we called the breadbasket? We grow lots of wheat. That's a physical characteristic. Okay, now you're getting it. Now you're getting it. Make sure you get both those examples written down in the right-hand column. Make sure you get both those wrote down in the right-hand column. We're done with notes. Palmer.
Would the Flint Hills be?
Flint Hills is a region. What's the physical characteristic that we all have in common living in the Flint Hills?
Yeah.
Flint Hills. We live in the Flint Hills. Okay? Okie dokie.